Whew. Alright, so here I am back at the house. Alright, so the Ladybug special of Shady Bug and Claw Noir. Okay, so I've seen this kind of happen before in Hell of a Boss, where the series is done, and then after the final episode, or about the final episode, then we're shown this super special episode that something kind of special happens, and say, oh, it takes place between episodes 4 and 5, or something like that. In the an order of continuity. And it's like, oh, okay, that kind of rather makes sense. But they held off on it, until the season was over, because production quality, because it's supposed to be a bit more of a spectacular. So it's understandable that, yeah, this may not happen. So saving it until the end kind of makes a bit more sense. So I'm pretty much just similar to along the lines they did for this, which is them making this special that takes place around episode 2, 3, maybe 5, something like that. Very early on in the series. I kept thinking that they wouldn't, but then they did, and it's like, oh, okay. So Ladybug is depressed that she lost all the Kwamis, so she's shook up about it. Alia's there to have a sleepover and console her. The fanfic writers are gonna have a field day with those scenes. Anyway, so suddenly Alia turns into uh, feminine or something like that, and suddenly uh, Butterfly comes in, and he says, "I'm a good guy," and he says, "They're right behind me." In comes Shadybug and Claw Noir, which is the emo versions of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Now, it's actually a good story told, where it's like you are facing your most emo parts, and they bother to explain themselves as like they're not just evil for evil's sake. They're emo because, well, quite frankly, their lives were not very good. They didn't find friendship or love or happiness. They found, power to help acquire for what they want, an outlet for their angst rittenness. So, uh, both sides kind of learn from each other, basically, as the story is, and why not to give up, and um, all that fun stuff. So, I can see, and it's a 40-minute special, like the others. Uh, Christmas, New York, and Shanghai. So it's very well made. It doesn't have a musical number, thankfully, but it has everything else. It has character development, reflection, understanding. So it's very well done. I like it. Um, you would think it would be a bit more of a cliche when they have the evil versions attack, and what's their motivation? Oh, they're just evil instead of good, and you don't get much beyond that in most uh, earlier sorry, cartoons. So when you have someone that comes in who has a different life than yours and is bothers to explain that, it gets rather interesting seeing, you know, where these characters come from. Much like in Fringe, uh, where they have the alternate versions of yourself, and he said, "I couldn't possibly understand how I got there," and it's like, these are the other choices you made, and it's like, oh, I guess it's like. So with this one, they bother to explain themselves a lot better, so you understand where the character is coming from. You uh, if that makes sense. If you've seen Fringe, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, so in having being being said, it is engaging. It is fun. It feels a bit more of like an epic episode, longer episode. So It feels good. It feels proper. Everyone is as they should. There's no spontaneous songs. No empty New York. No contrived reason to go to Shanghai. Thankfully. And yeah, yeah, it's all pretty good. It's all pretty good. I like it. So yeah, so after um, was it action or whatever recycle, the environmental episode where you get this. So that's a good palate cleanser right there. So I like it. It's nice. So yeah, I'm waiting for season 6 and 7 to see what it is they're going to go for, what they're going to do, and hopefully we'll get something more entertaining and less of the same and something new and entertaining. That's pretty much it. All right, take care. I gotta watch more interviews on beast machines. So take care. Bye.